Hey, good evening. Welcome back once again to The Past is Alive, and thank you all for joining me as we head back to the year 1992 and ripping open a box of Low Series Upper Deck. This actually has kind of a significance here on this channel. It's actually one of the very first boxes that I ever opened when creating this channel like 3.5 years ago. So we are heading back in time. We were chasing after the elusive Ted Williams rookie in this series that really has yet to be named. I've kicked some ideas around, but have really yet to come up with something. So probably not going to start now, but we have a 700 card base set in here and the Ted Williams autograph in blue ink, hand numbered out of 2,500. So it's pretty tough to find. I think I purchased a box like, I couldn't even tell you. It's been sitting on my wax shelf for a very long time, but it seems like it was 20 bucks way back whenever that was. And typically you can get these for about the same price now. But looking for short prints, looking for insert cards along the way, and I'm sure everyone's going to be popping Tylenol left and right at the awful collation of Upper Deck from the early 90s, as I'm sure most of us are aware. But as you can see, the box is split at the seams. We should have some bottom box cards, box bottom cards as well here. So we'll check those out first before diving into all 36 foil packs and see what we have. Actually, it's going to be Ted Williams. Oversized Ted Williams. So quite a few of those we'll probably see in this rip. And the only letdown, I think, is that the short print that I'd be chasing after, the Tom Selleck, Frank Thomas, Mr. Baseball card that I was obsessed with as a kid, and it's still one of my personal favorites. It can only be found in the high series boxes, but we still may see Deion Sanders football, baseball short print. So let's get right down to it. We have 15 cards in every pack, and of course, the signature hologram sticker. Key rookies in 92 Upper Deck. The biggest one, obviously, Manny Ramirez. Also looking for Sean Green. Now, there are quite a few that people are on the fence of. I've heard people proclaim that Jim Thome's rookies in 92 and also Pedro Martinez. Those are not real rookie cards. So do not listen to that tripe. Brian Hickerson starting things off. Rick Honeycutt. Paul L., everybody else, thank you guys for joining me. David West, Heathcliff Slocum, Brian Downing, deep in thought, and there is Charlie Huff arguing with the ump, looking awfully old, as he always did in that photo. Todd Froworth, Mark Langston. Tango says, grab a high series box and chase the bench Morgan as well. Yeah, I don't see the high series boxes all that often, but that would be a pretty sweet pull. Ernest Riles and Alvaro Espinosa for Reindeer Studios. Gerald Clark. I remember liking these a lot back as a kid, and I did buy a good bit of them. They were $1 a pack back then for the 15-card packs. Mark Wohler's top prospect. And I remember being real obsessed with this card. Rondell White and Mark Newfield. I feel like this had some value to it back in the day. Probably like, I don't know, maybe $2. So you can better believe this was in a top loader way back then. Real pumped on that. With about a nickel nowadays, but still, the memory alone is worth that. Sid Fernandez starting this next pack off. And any recommendations on boxes that I should rip here in the future? I typically am going to do this series like on like the 15th or the middle of the month, every single month, chasing after these autographs and like, you know, very elusive cards, even error cards and whatnot. Ted Power. There's Bernard Gilkey showing up very early on in this rip, and he most definitely is an omen here, as most of you are aware. Darren Lewis, John Cerruti, Wally Whitehurst, who always creeped me out. The pigment of his skin and his, I don't know, his alien-esque eyes. And there's Smoltz. I don't know if he's just lining out or striking out there or what, but it's definitely an awkward photo of him batting. Lonnie Smith in a flat top Dykstra. Craig B. Cards, what is happening, man? I actually have something set aside for you. The next time I send you a package, it will most definitely be included. Mike Felder, Jay Bell, who was real pumped on at the time. Ozzie Smith, Raul Mondesi. It's not really his rookie card. His rookies are in 91 Bowman in particular, but it's definitely had a little bit of value to it back then, as we were all pumped on Raul Mondesi. Mark Lemke, and there is Sandy Alomar Jr. Who's that in the background? Like Gary Gaetti? I can't even tell. Looks like him. Monty from Odyssey. Not sure where Corey's at tonight, air or cards. He's probably brainstorming a new YouTube name, as he says he's going to change it here soon. Once again, a shape-shifting YouTuber, Pedro Martinez. Never really cared for him. Not really sure why. There's Eric King. Jack McDowell, who most definitely is an omen. Andy Mota. Fuji film sign in the background. I'm going to be real pumped on that for a second. Steve Bushell. Also never cared for him. Paul L says, I have an idea for Corey's new name. Austin Farmer. We should probably put Austin Farmer on the yesteryear list, Paul. I know Corey was watching. He said he was watching one of my old videos today. Don't go back and watch my old videos because they are awful. Not that the new ones are really any better, but speaking of cringeworthy, and there's a bunch of people he was texting me that are on the yesteryear list or need added to it. There's Deion Sanders, Mark Eichhorn. I don't think I've ever seen that card before, so if I've never seen it, I don't remember it. That must mean it's a Mandela effect. Hubie Brooks, awkward-looking photo. Charles Nagy, Rondell White. You can imagine I was probably pumped on this one as well as the Mark Newfield. Scott Kamenecki, and early on we have a Ted Williams. It's not the autograph, but the same exact card photo that's on the bottom of the box. Charles says, your video is a little blurry at times, but love the commentary. Well, thanks, man. Really, the only time it's blurry is typically whenever I'm doing live streams. At least from what I've seen. You might have to go into the settings and adjust it. That, like, gear that you see in the bottom right of the screen. Try messing with that and turning it on, like, 720. And should fix that problem. Craig B. Carr says, thanks, man. I'm excited for your store opening. Craig B., thanks, man. It's good to have you in here with us again. It's been a while, I feel like. I'm definitely excited for it, too. I've been trying to put in a bunch of work and burn the midnight oil there. And as you can imagine, still have a lot of work to do. So there's a lot of procrastinating going on. But I hope that if you're in the area at some point, you can make it out, Craig. I know Paul L. can post a link to Craig's channel. He's been posting videos again regularly, so I'd like to see someone post a link to them if he could. Since Corey has abandoned us, there's Tina Martinez, Paul McClellan, Paul Gibson. Oh, that photo is absolutely great. Desperately trying to convince everyone that he is not such a nerd after all. And we also have, let me see here, I lost track of the chat here, but Left Behind Times is in the house with the fist bump emoji. What is going on, Blake? Good to see you in here, man. Randy Velarde, Dwight Evans. I saw Left Behind Times posted a video, what was that, about a week ago? If you have not seen it, check that out as well. Didn't get a chance to watch it yet, as I have fallen behind on my YouTube subscriptions, but the thumbnail for it looked absolutely awesome. I'm trying to remember to check that out later tonight. Another Ted Williams, also not autographed, would be autoed in blue ink and also numbered out of 2,500. Paul L. posting a link to Left Behind Times channel. Also Craig B. Paul, thank you for doing that, man. I appreciate it. Craig says, don't watch my channel. Show some good judgment. At least if you're not going to watch Craig B, then watch the Craig B Imposter channel. Armando Reynoso starting things off. Norm Charlton, Left Behind, says chaos. That was sketch. Yes, new video posted yesterday. Was it yesterday? I was going to say, I got notified for it. But Bo Jackson, it's a nice one. Ray Sanchez, Curtis Wilkerson, never really cared for him. Goat Simulator, referring to Left Behind Times Imposter, Craig B Imposter channel. Jim Abbott, who also has a dorky stay in school card in here with a mullet that always reminded me of Doogie Howser. Floyd Fantian says, dude, I found a player whose only true rookies are a Panini Prism autograph set and 2019 Topps Heritage High number. Connor Joe of the Rockies. Thanks, Floyd fan. That's pretty freaking interesting, though. I love finding stuff like that where dudes only have one true rookie card. There's quite a few of them out there if you go back. Check this out, though. There's Gibby, and there's Manny Ramirez rookie card, which is pretty much the best one in the set. And like a year or two ago, you could buy this card in a PSA 10 for literally like $15 or less. And I wish I would have bought them. But back then, I wasn't really buying graded. I'm still not really buying graded cards. Chris Donalds, another Ted Williams. This one also not autographed. Johnny Rotten, what is happening, man? Yeah, Floyd fan, you got to appreciate those true rookies. Kind of like Pedro Martinez. He really only has one true rookie in 91 Upper Deck Final Edition. So many of them. Johnny Damon, 93 SP. Mike Mussina, starting things off. Second year card. He's in 2022 Heritage low number this year. That's pretty freaking awesome, though. I think Kyle Hendricks only has a first Bowman, but no Topps rookie. Dirk Remington, what is going on? Says, for more RC for you, and not talking about cards. Dirk is not referring to rookie cards there. He is referring to freaking RC Cola, and he literally has a stockpile that will last through the apocalypse. He sent me a picture of. And I think he's bringing it out to the grand opening. So in the event that there's nothing like special to the grand opening, which I don't know if there will be or not. I don't know if I'm going to have Taco Bell or anything else cater it. John Kruk, Milt Thompson, but we definitely will have RC Cola there for you to wet your whistle. So fear not. There's Billy Ripken, Cal Daniels, Jeff King, and Randy Milligan. Mark Newfield would have been another hot one back then, even though his rookies in 91 Bowman kind of card always, I don't know what it was about the photo, but I think we called him like Smeary Face back in 91. His Bowman rookie card, because the photo was like all blurry and it's like didn't look like a real photo at all. It was like hand drawn. Immature little kids. RC Cola and Belts. That's a hell of a dynamic duo, Paul says. We get a Tat Paddler yet. We haven't seen him yet. Dirk will have plenty of belts to go around at the grand opening. Mark Gardner. There's Chris James, Tom Foley, Mike Timlin. Anybody have a migraine yet? Kevin Seitzer. She have this sitting on the floor next to me, actually. Saw it yesterday. The infamous photo where Kevin Seitzer threw a temper tantrum at home plate. Might as well put that in the background while it's here. Yeah, you definitely need a belt that holds RC Cola. That'd be freaking awesome. Or like one of those beer dispensing hats, but replace it with RC Cola. Jeremy Burnitz was definitely a decent one back then. His rookies are in 91, though. Jeremy Hernandez and half of a Budweiser sign, so that's kind of disappointing. Felix Jose, get the robot to cater for you, John. So we've seen a few Ted Williams. Manny Ramirez rookie card came out early, so that leaves really the only other kind of notable one will be Sean Green and Glenn Allen Hill. There's Oil Can Boyd and all his bling. I still will never understand why these cards were in packs like this. I feel like I've heard the reason before, and I just did not want to believe it. Darren Jackson, Tom Hankey, Tony Pena, Junior Ortiz, Chris Hoyles. Where's Corey at when you need him? Mark Smith. I don't know if Mark Smith ever actually made the majors. I don't know if I've ever remember hearing about him after this. Ted Williams again. And we have what appears to be a Steve Avery portrait card. Steve Avery was pretty freaking awesome, though. We know we didn't like him because he's a Brave. Looks like a fake person. What, the Mark Newfield 91 Bowman? Is that the one you're referring to? Oil Can Boy, 2 packs in a row. Paul L., you know what that means. Glenn Allen Hill again. I love the junk wax era collation that we experience quite frequently here. You can do a brief Google search and that will come up immediately. Every Upper Deck box should come with Drawmean. That's a real good point. Eric Yelding, Benito Santiago. We'll see the very inappropriate and suggestive Cecil Fielder, Dan Pasqua, who's dangerously close to being put on the Omen list. Tony Phillips, Joey Hamilton. And we have Todd Zeal portrait with Billy Doran. Baseball card packs were all switched up to prevent a precursor. And we are ripping right along. Like I said, you can get a box of these for pretty cheap, so it's a fun search to go after, you know, Ted Williams autograph for $20. You go on like eBay or something like that. I think you can get these for like maybe $25 shipped or something like that. Scott Cooper, I was definitely pumped on him back then. Templeton is Curtis Wilkerson again. Boomslang, what is going on? Kevin Moss, Ramon Martinez. There's Jose Uribe. I can't help but feeling that some of these commons will be at antique malls and flea markets for ridiculous prices here in the coming months. Gary and Dwight Sheffield, super 90s photo there. Brian Williams, I think he went by Brian L. Williams at some point in his career, or maybe for a while. That was a crime dog, Fred McGriff. Clinton Ray, what is going on, man? Carmelo Martinez, another guy I didn't particularly care for ever. There's Nolan Ryan. That was definitely a decent one. Dumpster Dive Guy says, after Hall of Famer Alan Trammell was almost declared an omen. He put the great Hershiser on the list. You are drunk with power and must be stopped. Sips RC Cola. Dumpster Dive Guy. Oh, thank you for that laugh, man. That is that's absolutely hilarious. You know what? I was kind of like iffy on demanding that Oral Hershiser get put on the omen list, and I wasn't sure how people were going to react to it. And you answered my question. Lee Smith, there's Pete Incaviglia, or I swear there's an 87 Tops rack pack or rack box break that I did a long time ago. Corey was like watching. I don't know what Corey's like going back and watching my old videos, which is pretty awful because I have to hear all about it. But Pete Incaviglia, I don't know why I was calling him that. I don't know if it was supposed to be a joke or what. But there's Belito Perez for Jonathan H. Robin Ventura. Ed Whitson most definitely is an omen here. And check this out. The Griffies, Bloodlines. I think we were real pumped on this card back in the day. I feel like you get pumped on like any kind of Griffey card. Still kind of do. Todd Van Poppel. Not so much the case in this day and age. We have Ted Williams once again in his sweat rag. Floyd Francis with Oral on the list. I feel better about you putting perfect game thrower Dennis Martinez on the list. Paul L., how many people are on the omen list now? How many? And it's quite a lot, I know that. I don't know exactly how many, but... And Floyd fan, I have something extra going out to you. I think it's probably going to go out on Monday. Try to get it to you tomorrow, or send out tomorrow. But Jim Eisenreich always creeped me out too. Kind of missing a neck here and just no expression whatsoever on his face. Speaking of people that creep me out, I was sitting in Dunkin' Donuts parking lot this morning, and there's like a Napa across the street. And I watched this guy go in, park in a purple minivan, and then walk into the building, and like the front of his license plate was like one of those like vanity plates, and it said "beating you" on it, like BEATING, like you, letter U, beating you. And I'm like, isn't that the same license plate from Jeepers Creepers that dude had in Jeepers Creepers? Or was that eating you? I think it was beating you. It was pretty weird. There's Allrood tagging out what looks to be Alex Cole. But the guy was like real shady, and he definitely worked there. Beating you. Yeah, look it up. I'm pretty sure that's what the plate in Jeepers Creepers was. That like rickety van that like creature drove. There's Jim Abbott Porter card. Braulio Castillo. And, well, look at that. We got the Deion Sanders short print. That is sick. Ken F says beating you, confirmed. So I'm not crazy then. I thought so. Oh, that's what it was. B space eating you. B eating you. I swear I saw it somewhere, like beating you, like exactly like he had it. I'm like, that's just weird, man. And it's like, it was like a old school minivan, like purple minivan too. So it's not like he's like going around racing people. Very, very questionable and shady character all around. It was just weird in general. Floyd Fan says Sheamus is in 93. There's an amazing Van Slyke card in 93 per deck. Also, no good story has the phrase purple minivan in it. He raised a very valid point there. I'm trying to picture the Van Slyke from 93 per deck. I can like picture like the back of the card. For some reason, it's been a while since I've seen the front of the card. And we used to be big Andy Van Slyke fans. Eric PC'd him for quite a long time. He still kind of does. Scott Livingston, Wally Whitehurst. There's Cerruti again. Tim Tuffle. Wesley says some very questionable. Darryl Kyle. It's actually a second-year card of him. There's Alan Trammell, who just narrowly dodged being put on the omen list, but not the case for this legend, Oral Hershiser. Maybe we can contest that. If enough people vote that he should not be on the oven list, maybe we could reverse that and take him off. Denny Jackson, his grass-stained knees. Look at that. The big hurt, though. Frank Thomas in front of Comiskey Park. Portrait card. It's a nice one. Tom Goodwin. I think I was pretty stoked on him at one point. And Monty Ferris, who I did not care for. I'm not really sure why. Daryl Kyle had a 90 Bowman. Yeah, you might be right. I thought his rookie was a 91 tops traded. You could be correct, though. Billy Hatcher in a neck brace. Yeah, Daryl Kyle may be a 90 Bowman. I swear his rookie card is 91 tops traded. Luis Mercedes, Jesse Orozco. There's Randy Tomlin. That's definitely a second-year card for him. Scott Sanderson. It's a cool photo. Zane Smith. Literally directly out of a computer program. Just that face does not look realistic at all. There's nothing defining that. There is no structure to his face whatsoever, and all its hideousness. Very, very creepy. Zane Smith. Not surprised by that. Wally Backman following that one up. Change from Zorro to computer graphic face in 3 years. Rick Wilkins. Tony Gwynn, always liked that card, though. Stretch Armstrong. total Stretch Armstrong face. Oh, I love that. Put that in the background. That is too good to not have in the background. I'm obsessed with it. Absolutely obsessed. Gene Larkin. Chris Hammond. That looks like Danny Tartable. Speaking of Stretch Armstrong faces, that's kind of one in the background there. Andy Ashby, and check this out. I love his Griffey. This is probably one of my favorite Griffies. Maybe top 5, I don't know, top 10. I've never done a top list. And if I said I was going to do it, I probably wouldn't do it because we all know how that goes. So, so far we're doing pretty good. Sanders short print, Manny Ramirez rookie card, some stars, computer animated Zorro face. Oh, great. Absolutely glorious. Dave Stewart starting us off. Pedro Martinez. You may see some YouTubers trying to sell this and pass this off as his rookie card. It is not his rookie. He has a rookie in 91 Upper Deck Final Edition. That is not a Pedro Martinez rookie. Still a good card. We'll still put it in the background anyways. But so, Scott Erickson, why is part of the card just a picture of his foot? It's kind of a weird design. Not really sure why they decided to do that, but showing off his twin socks. Al Osuna. Super retro camera there. Just every time I see that card, I just think of the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark, where all the Nazis get their faces melted off when they crack the Ark open. Luis Gonzalez. That's a second-year card of him. Joe Girardi. There is Scott Scudder. Probably not a short print in this case, but Thomas Howard, Milt Kyler, Jeff Brantley. You better believe that guy is an omen here. Kenny Rogers, and a checklist card. Foot Fetish Parallel. Is Ted Williams' autograph going to be in here? I don't know what I'll do if it's in here. I mean, I would definitely be excited. Would I be as excited as a no-name on front? Probably not. But I would be pretty freaking pumped. 2 omens in 1 pack. Yeah, it's not every day you see that. But it is possible. It's not a Griffey, though. That's pretty sick. Put that off in the background. Very nice. Rafael Ramirez. Anthony Young. Neil Heaton. Roger McDowell. Like, I don't know how many cards that Roger McDowell has where he's wearing shades or like... Look at the back. Oh, that is awesome. That is freaking awesome. It's like a fun guy to go out boozing with. I'm sure he's got all kinds of stories. Jeff Bagwell, second-year card to him. Jose Rijo. Brady Anderson. Ken Bass. Another omen. Henderson. I don't know if I've ever seen this card. It's a pretty sweet one. Arthur Rhodes. I was pumped on him at one point in time. Ted Williams. Not the autograph. This is actually a 36-card set, so there's quite a few of them. Jerry Don Gleaton starting this pack off. There is Jose Canseco. Best Athlete Diamond Skills. Pretty sweet card. Kelly Downs. Eric Karros. And you can almost guarantee that Mike Piazza is the other half of that photo that was cut off. Bet money on it. Show you off. John Candelaria. Hopefully the camera isn't too blurry. It kind of was the last time. Greg Maddox is definitely a decent one, though. Blauser, Frank Viola, and a stroke face. Andahar Cedeno. Phillips. Funny photo on that card. Darren Fletcher. Edgar Martinez. Portrait. Wilfredo Cordero. And there's that creepy Jim Eisenreich card once again. Floyd Fences, off the top of my head, I can think of 3 cards where Dennis Cook, a pitcher, is holding a bat. And I'm trying to think of some myself. There's not very many of them. I know Greg Maddux definitely has one that I can think of also. And what are the other ones? Out of curiosity, I'm sure there's definitely some like big name players that have photos of that. I think I've seen Randy Johnson batting in a photo before too, which is kind of awkward. Henderson, Best Base Runner Award. Diamond Skills. Todd Zeal. Jack Howe. There's Brian Downing again. Greg Maddux, 91 per deck. That's definitely the one that I was thinking of. Craig Briley. The card would be so much better if he was just giving the middle finger on there. Yeah, John Smoltz, definitely in this video. Probably the only card in this set that's like that. There's Hojo. It's actually on the top of the box. Chris Hoyles again. Junior Ortiz, Nolan Ryan, and Son. It's a cool card, too. I'll put that off in the background. And Williams, once again, no autograph. Floyd Fences at PC Pitchers, batting on cards. That's right. You did tell me that a long time ago. 2021 Stadium Club has a bunch. Interesting. Yeah, I swear that I've seen one of Randy Johnson before batting. It's been a while. I'll have to keep an eye out for those. If you need that Smoltz, let me know. I'll throw it in your stack, Floyd fan. Warren Newsom, Jay Howe again. There's Alan Anderson. I think I had this in a top loader back in the day, but who could blame me? Chuck Knobloch was freaking awesome back then. Marquise Grissom, Charlie O'Brien, Tom Glavine. First time seeing that. Jose Lean. Saberhagen. There's Sandy Alomar again. Pushing buttons. What's happening? The Randy Johnson card I showed you. Yeah, very well could be what I'm thinking of. Indy Ashby. The photo like freaked me out for a second. It looked like I thought it was like something on his back. Tarter Porter card again, and Ted Williams, not autographed. Still trudging along, but so far he's done pretty well. I'll send the Smoltz to you. Andy Ashby, that's a cringe name. Yeah, the Pat Listash rookie card is in the high series. Cards 700 through 800, also along with like Donovan Osborne and a bunch of cringe-worthy names. Matt Young, Tom Candiotti, Keith Mitchell, Dave Martinez, Glenn Braggs, Kurt Manwaring in that photo. Mike Boddicker, looking a lot like the old Dunkin' Donuts spokesman. I don't know if I should say spokesman, whatever he would be called. There's Henderson, is a nice one though. Albert Bell, I always like that photo. Tom Goodwin, and the Big Hurt once again, followed by Baseball's Heroes. This is the no-numbered card. Still advocating for 92 Stadium Club Series 3 box opening. Do I have one of those, Paul? I think I do. I'm pretty sure. I figured you'd be stoked when I had that random pack in the Retro Wax box last night. Criterium Racer, what is going on, Lee? Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Good to have you in here. I haven't seen a video from Lee lately, but I appreciate that, man. Bob Walk, Mike Morgan. There's Corey Snyder. I was sad no walked-in found, though. Yeah, I think we were all really pulling for that. Big time. Keith Miller. There's Jerry Brown. Spike Owen. It's been a very long time since I opened these, and it will probably be a long time until I open them again. Matt Williams. We have Braulio again, Abbott, Porter Card, and Reggie Sanders. The rookies are actually in 91. 91 per deck. Bowman. Those are the two main ones that he has. Jamie Navarro. Floyd Fantasy posted on Wednesday. I don't think I got notified of that video then. Tony Fossas, Mickey Morandini, Bob Welch, Scott Ruskin. There's Mike Henneman, Orsolak, Terry Pendleton, Big Mac. I always like that card too. Jesse Barfield, Todd Van Poppel, second year once again. There's that seniors family and Joey Cora to end that pack. And getting close to the last stack here. And suggestions for next month's box I'm going to open. I'm trying to think, see the ones that I have lined up. Anything looking for an autograph or even some error cards would be sweet. Like, I don't know if I want to really bore everyone and with 90 Fleer looking for Dave Martinez, the yellow text error card. It's a pretty sweet one, though. Come to think of it, I want to say there was one on eBay that I was watching, and I don't remember getting notified that it ended, so I hope it's still on there. Mike Scioscia and the Luis Sojo there. Never seen that card before. Pat Borders, Brian Williams again, Gary and Dwight Sheffield, and Eric King. Donnie Fleer at least has Randy McCammon. That is very true. Very, very true. I was looking at the Junk Wax snowboard / sled yesterday, and I think I'm going to put it on display in the store if anyone gives a crap. I'm going to put it on up, like hanging up in there. I saw Ed Lynch Triple Chin card is on there. That's like before it was recognized as such. And Randy McCammon 90 Fleer is on there. So that's Henry Cotto, Lou Whitaker, Jeff Reardon. Yeah, I think I'm going to hang it up in there. Probably tomorrow or something like that. Alvin Davis. It's still on eBay. Thanks for looking, David. What's it up to now? I'm curious. Mike Devereaux. Greg Olson. Walt Weiss would have hated that card as a kid. Bip Roberts. Ryan Klesko. His rookies were actually 91. Chris and Tony Gwynn. And there's Ted Power again. Greg Swindell probably is on there. Ted Williams coming up in 10. Something Wong says. I hope you're right. There probably will be a Ted Williams coming up, but will it be an autograph is the only question. Bill Landrum starting this pack off. Orlando Merced. Rookies were on 91. And boy, was I collecting those as a young lad. Mickey Morandini. Never really cared for him much. Not really sure why. There is Greg Swindell. Speaking of him, somebody was just calling him Mike Fitzgerald. Yvonne Calderon. How sore are your wrists flipping those cards around? They're kind of getting a little bit tired. Dickie Thon. What a very proper pose there. That was definitely planned. Rob Dibble, upskirt. Kenny Lofton, second-year card. Kenny Lofton's real rookies are in 91. His rookie for Upper Decks in 91 final edition. Cal Jr. and Billy. And there's a Ted Williams that somebody called, but there is no signature on that Ted Williams. Wish there was, and I'm upset about it. And it's quite possible that I will throw a temper tantrum. But I prefer to see this come out of a pack. Just like I did in 1992 when I had two of them in the same pack, but high series only, apparently. But, oh man, there is the Todd Benzinger that I found in Maryland at that antique mall that somebody took the time and effort into putting into a penny sleeve and actually hand making a 5-cent price tag. That was right there. I'll never forget it. I don't know if that's in the video that I filmed or not, but I think it is. that's the exact Todd Benzinger. They wanted a nickel for it. Not really sure. Not really sure why so much trouble. Ken Griffey Sr., that will most definitely be at a local flea market here soon for no less than $30. Willie Randolph, getting very suspicious there. Bobby Bonilla. John Winkler, what is happening, man? Luis Sojo and his spectacular antics. Who's that? Canseco there, looks like. Mark Grace, Derek Bell. I never cared for Derek Bell at all, whatsoever. Robbie and Sandy Alomar. That's a good deal. The penny sleeve is worth 6 cents. Chaos. And Ted Williams to finish that pack out. One more in this stack. And then we only have one more left, sadly. Martinez is a PSA 9 for $450. See, there was an auction one on there the other day, and I'm furious about it. If it actually ended, because I wanted to try to bid on it. Those don't pop up. I mean, they're not super rare, but they're rare enough. Mike Hartley, Gary Redis. Don't really care for him on the Buccos either. Carlos Martinez, Keith Mitchell, Candy Audie again, Jeff Treadway. Was Derek Bell the guy who lived on the boat? Was that Derek Bell or was that Jeff King? I think it was Derek Bell. I can't remember. That's a good question. Rod Nichols, Joe Carter. I feel like that was Derek Bell. John Burkett, Barry Larkin. There's Reggie Sanders again. Keith and Kevin Mitchell, Bloodlines. I don't know if I've ever seen that card before either. It's a weird card. Cooney says, wow, the memories 92 per deck were the first packs I ever opened when I started collecting 92. That's freaking awesome, man. Yeah, I definitely used to buy these too, looking for the Pat Listash rookie card. And I remember pack pulling the Tom Selleck short print and also the Griffey. And yeah, these were awesome back then, man. These were absolutely awesome. Bought a bunch of these. Bought a bunch of Tops that year. Henderson, Diamond Skills starting this pack out. Goofy photo. Upper Deck's always been well known for having goofy and funny photos in here. Paul O'Neill for Mikey G is Bruce Hurst. Randy Velarde, Kelly Gruber, Dave Winfield slugging one. First time seeing that one in this box. Matt Williams, there's Hojo and the Big Apple in the background. Kurt Miller and Ted Williams is going to be an autograph. No, it is not. Floyd Fences, speaking of Tom Selleck, did you know he made an official at-bat in spring training for the Tigers? I do remember hearing about that, man. I definitely remember when that happened. Derek Bell lived on a boat just outside PNC Park prior to launching Operation Shutdown. I do remember that as well. I knew it was one of them. Canseco starting things off. Adam Peterson, Joe Klink, Terry Steinbach, Palmer. There's Ozzie Guillen. Looks like Donnie Hill sliding in. Andy Bettis batting. There's another one for you, Floyd fan. Is that one you would collect? It's on the back. Throw that in your outgoing mail as well. Outer Bell. Henderson again. Looks like we got John Kruk here. And Ted Williams with no auto on front. Remember when Tom Selleck and his roommates found a baby? I do remember that. And John Farrell for the Buccos. I don't know what John Farrell ever ended up going to do. Did he even play in the majors? I don't know if he ever did. I feel like if he did, it was very briefly. How many packs we got left? I don't want the fun to end. 7 packs. Until we part ways. Until, I don't know. I don't know if I'll have a weekend recap this weekend or if I'm going to really try to hammer some things out at the store. Another Griffey, though. Pretty sweet. Diamond Skills. Put that up in the background. Jerry Don Gleaton. Man with 2 first names that always drove me nuts. Dave Hollins. I've been stoked on that one back then. And same with Travis Fryman. Pat Kelly, Lonnie Smith with an alien orb. Dead center of his forehead almost. Looks like a green eyebrow ring. We're going to say it's a green eyebrow ring instead. Now I'm obsessed with that card. Smoltz batting again. Bonilla. Mike Boddicker. Dave Steve for Joe's Card Corral, who is not with us. Drebeck. Portrait. Tyler Green. And Tim Wallach. Disappointed. No Plow King Willie. Well, you know what I was thinking? I don't know if that was actually the real Plow King Willie. I think that was an imposter. I don't remember the original Plow King Willie having those numbers after his name. I could be wrong. We'd almost have to like go back and find when he first got banned. Now he's unblocked. Kenny Rogers, Jose Offerman. Always like that card. Floyd fan says, should have 92 Stadium Club. Series 3 is the next needle in a wax stack as you look for another walked-in card. That definitely would be a good one. Thank you, Floyd fan. Mike Remlinger in that absolutely pathetic bubble. They really caught him off guard with that one. Pathetic. Even Paul Gibson's was bigger than that. Much bigger. Yeah, maybe we'll have to look for a walked-in here soon. I think I do have a Series 3 box. If I don't have one, I was definitely looking into getting one recently. I saw one at an antique mall, and I was gonna buy it specifically for that. I feel like we have to now. Look at the walked-in short print. Brian McCroy. He's about to burst into tears. Wait, the Smoltz 92? I thought it was 93. For what? Todd Zeal, Hamilton, and Ruben Sierra. We must or else, Paul says. Well, if you didn't get your fix yet today, here is the little son, Mike Walkton, with the exact same photo as the Series 3 one. We got, what, 5 packs left remaining in this box. Luis Mercedes, really cocky on that photo. Paul L is pumped about that sneak peek of Mike Walkton. I needed a full-size poster of that in my store. Tim Burke, we'll have plenty of deals like this on opening day weekend. So this was just priced out recently before this video started. So prepare yourself for unbeatable prices. Junior Felix, I think that was... When I had Johnny's Card Shop as a kid, I definitely had that slogan. It was like, caution, falling prices. I don't know if Walmart had that slogan and I stole it off of them. Better be careful what I say because Walmart will like try to sue me for for what I said and did back in 1991. Barry Bonds, nice one there. Harold Baines. We finally have a hologram sticker. I thought these were like 1 per pack. What is up with that? So I'm going to say it's a hologram short print now. Mark Smith once again and Dave Righetti. I don't know if I should like put this in the background and rejoice because we finally got a sticker. I literally thought those were one per pack. We saw more Ted Williams and stickers. Walmart out the cart in reverse and rolled them prices back. Mike Stanton. There's Dave Otto again. Eric Karros. Missing his counterpart on that card, John Wayner. I used to like John Wayner. Were all of them gold that year instead of silver? Yeah, I believe they were all that way. Mike Heath. Mark Leiter. There's Tim Wallach. Devereaux. Greg Jeffries. Aren't the gold ones a short print? Maybe they are. I really don't know. I never looked into the stickers that much. That's a parallel sticker. It's a gold version of the base series. Well, I feel like that needs to go in a screw down case and immediately because I was unaware of that. I'm pretty sure there's definitely different things up with Upper Deck too. The hologram in the back is gold. I've noticed that, and I don't remember that whenever I was younger or hearing about it. Burnett's and Mark Smith once again. That's an awful lot of time seeing Mark Smith. Paul Elsa's Walmart pens are scams. Yeah, these are the pens that I got from Walmart a while ago. I was so pumped because they were like, I don't know, like less than $2 for a 6-pack. And they write real nice, but they're like pretty crappy. They don't last very long. What do you expect for $2? Kmart had the blue light specials in a weird food court. Yeah, towards the end, Kmart, who has 3 existing locations left. And I feel like I need to go visit them. I think like 2 of them are in New York, maybe 1 in New Jersey. But I need to make a mecca to go and visit the last remaining Kmarts, especially when there's only 1 left. There's also 1 Blockbuster Video left in the entire world. It's in, is it Oregon or Washington? I always forget. Todd Froworth. Kmart became the, the official store of the Juggalos. That's definitely true. Pendleton, Andy Van Slyke, Charlie Hayes. Felix Fermin was always leaping around. I don't think you ever find a photo of that guy not leaping, jumping all over the place. So we have Doug Henry, Mark Newfield, and Dimitri Young, whose rookies also in 91 Upper Deck Final Edition set. Pretty good set. Lofton. You have Pudge Rodriguez rookie in there, Pedro Martinez, Dimitri Young. Paul says, my mom used to work at Kmart. Around the time she quit, Kmart began to go down the gutter. Yeah, Kmart just couldn't keep up with the prices. Even when I went in there before the one near me shut down, it was like, there was this like movies that came out like 5 years prior on DVD. They were like $20, and you can go to like Walmart and get them on a bargain bin for $5. So it's just like, how do they expect to stay in business? Nolan Ryan once again is definitely a nice one. Putting that in the background. Carmelo Martinez, Milt Kyler again, Jeff Brantley again. Shouldn't surprise anybody. Bronson Brown, what is happening, man? Dwayne Henry, Greg W. Harris, Gullickson, and Gilberto Reyes. Gilberto Reyes, my memory of Gilberto was Eric and his hand-drawn cards that he used to make. They called them all draw, which he made a video about it a long time ago, I mean, a couple years back. But he used to sell me cards that he would draw. They were just on like printer paper, cut out like cards. He had pack wrappers for them. There was like, I don't know, 5 cards per pack. But Gilberto Reyes, he made him so hideous looking, like so hideous. If you go back and watch that video, you will see it. You should see it. Terry Pendleton was always a target. Gilberto Reyes he literally just looked like an absolute monster. His like eyes were bulging out. He was like real fat. Manny Ramirez rookie card once again. That's pretty sick though. 2 of those. Ted Williams autograph. Nope. Too much gluttony in that pack. But nice Manny Ramirez rookie cards. I feel like those like really wouldn't be that hard to get in high grades. They always like look like they're centered up really nice. Did he sell them a Triple Play? He probably sold the idea to Triple Play. 1 pack left. Pretty good box though, I would say. Got a lot of nice cards here. Some notable ones. Short print. Reggie Jefferson starting things out. Final pack of the night for this random, I don't know, needle in a wax stack. Raiders of the Lost Wax, whatever you want to call it. Eventually it may have a name. The series with no name. Darren Dalton, you have a gem mint of that Mania. It's pretty sick. Like I said, I was going to buy one a couple years ago, and I just dragged my feet on it because I wasn't really buying graded. Boom says the Williams autograph is only in the last card of the set. Baerga leaping around. Spike Owen. Rick Aguilera. It's an interesting photo they used of him. I was hoping that'd be like a Rolling Rock sign in the background, but No Such Luck, Craig Biggio. First time seeing that one tonight. A very sweaty looking Mo Sanford. Like literally directly out of the shower. Mo Sanford, Steve Hosey, and no Ted Williams autograph. So lots of Ted Williams, no autos, and a random mysterious gold hologram sticker. Only one. I don't know if there's like one per box or what they are. And the computer animated facial features of Zane Smith. So all in all, it was still definitely a fun rip. We saw some funny photos, and I don't know. The box delivered some pretty decent cards. I'm happy with the short print. Too many rookie cards. A few Griffies. That spectacular Zane Smith. And this anomaly of a sticker. So, like I said, if you have any ideas for special boxes to open for this series, like looking for autographs, like 92 Fleer has a Clemens autograph, 93 Ultra has Eckersley autograph, so on and so forth like that. Also, Elites will be part of this series. Every month I'll be opening random boxes, so feel free to throw your input out there. I always appreciate it. And, of course, I appreciate you guys all watching. May have something for you tomorrow. If not, hopefully I'll be back on Sunday night for a weekend recap. Thank you guys all watching. I appreciate you. Have a great night. I'll see you all next time.